Hey everyone, this is Dan Doyle with Servant Leaders. My family and I arrived back in Ecuador just a couple of weeks ago, June 8th, and we spent a week in Cuenca getting to visit friends and people that we've been working with there, just catching up. I drove from Cuenca to Quito, which is about an 8 or 9 hour drive through the Andes Mountains, and then the rest of the family, Irene and the girls, arrived the next day by plane into the capital, which is Quito. We are staying in this cabin right behind me, and we are right now looking for a home to stay in. This is one prayer request. It's a little hard to get going and get moving on stuff and build momentum when some of our time is just occupied with looking for a place to live. God has allowed us to be involved in mentoring several people, pastors that are in ministry, church planters. We continue to work with Pepe, who is in Cuenca, Ecuador. That's who we just saw a week or so ago. We work with Alex and Lorena Soto in Nicaragua, where we lived for several years, and they are involved in a church replant and looking for where God will move them internationally. We are now beginning work with Darwin and his wife Nellie in the church at Renacer, and excited about the vision that is here and what they've invited us to come and be a part of. With Servant Leaders, our focus is always with the 3 M's: to mentor, mobilize, and multiply. We believe that that is the church's responsibility to mentor its own people, to be mobilized into ministry, and eventually multiplied out as pastors, church planters, missionaries, and planting other churches. Coming up, a big prayer request is I am planning and coordinating an Ethnos Missions Academy that is through Servant Leaders, hosted by the church here in Pifo, Ecuador, just outside of Quito. We're expecting about 20 students to come in from Latin America and the United States to see what missions is all about. And so this will be a great time to study about church planting, the church's responsibility in sending its own missionaries, gospel and culture, the distortion of the gospel in different cultures. Also pray for internships. We have 2 possible interns coming in this fall that we will be helping to mentor through the church ministry here. Also, thank you for praying for our family. We are just kind of catching our breath here in the high Andes Mountains. Eva and Annika are finishing up some of their high school requirements and looking toward next things. They will hopefully participate in some of this internship that we've talked about. And Audra, Ivy, Eden, and Isabella are continuing school this fall through homeschool. Thank you for your continued prayers. It's a blessing to be able to walk with you in missions and bringing the gospel to Ecuador, to Central America, and wherever God leads us from these places forward.